All right, we're back again. This is going to try to do this really fast. We're on session 19. We're doing the last of the writing assignments. This is argumentative. And since you did the persuasive, I want to show you how easy it is to change the persuasive into argumentative, okay? So if you will come along with me, let's see what we can do. Let me change my sample here. We're going to go back to what we originally put down. That was this one here. And actually, I'm gonna this will work. But let me go back. I gotta talk to you a little bit because I gotta explain what we're gonna do. Persuasive is one person boxing. I'm going to tell you. So I'm going like this all the time. Pop, 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 pop. I'm trying to convince you, the reader, that I'm right. That's persuasive. Now, argumentative is a little bit different. If I have an argument with somebody, how many people does it take to have an argument? 2. So the difference between persuasive paper or persuasive writing and argumentative writing is that argumentative writing, you have to box both sides. Of course, you're still going to pick the side you like best, and you're going to beat the other guy. You're going to beat the other voice, the other opinion. But you still, in argumentative, you have to actually give fair time and explain the other guy's point of view. Okay? So let's go back to this particular document here. I'm going to go to the full one. So we still have our introduction. That's still there. We have our first reason. Our first reason is because each animal has its own unique movement abilities. The second paragraph is that they're supposed to provide comfort. And oops, I should have moved this back up a little bit farther. I didn't even see that. See? That's why you go back on day 5 and you find these little mistakes. Okay. So the second body paragraph, the second argument was about, not all animals provide comfort. Some people are scared of certain animals, so you shouldn't restrict people or limit them to just, pick a dog or pick a horse. Maybe they need a snake or a lizard or something. In fact, I even knew a student who had a little lizard, and she would bring it to class, and it was fine. It didn't make any poo-poo mess or anything like that. It was fine. All right, and then of course the last one deals with the cleanliness, and I did it again. You see right here? Look at that. I didn't close that out. Shame on me. Okay, so that's the last one. Now, to change this from persuasive, one person fighter, one person presenting an argument, or both sides, now you're presenting a full argument paper, you need to pick one of the 3 paragraphs and throw it away. I know, you're shocked. You worked so hard for it. So this is what you want to do. You want to look at either this one and go, that one is really strong. I really, 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 really like that one. What about this one here? Well, that is strong, I suppose, but maybe it's not quite as strong as the first one. What about the third one? This one about, animals being able to wear diapers and stay clean that way. Well, it's a good point, but I think I can throw that one out. I think I can throw that one out. So that's the one I'm going to get rid of. Now, do not erase it. On your little piece of paper here, don't just cross it out and toss your paper. All you're going to do is you're going to play with it a little bit, okay? What you want to do in this third paragraph is you want to argue, you want to present, you want to box, give the reasons why the law should stay, okay? And you want to be honest about it. You want to give some good reasons. And we already have a little piece of it right here. So we have the idea that animal owners can take steps to ensure any service animal stays clean while in public spaces. Okay, now this next line. Some business owners might think it is unhealthy, not they might, they do now, because we're going to give them a fair chance, think it is unhealthy to have certain animals in public. All right, and that was from number 3. So I'm going to get rid of this first line. I'm going to take this and I'm going to get rid of it. We're just going to go back. Boom. Okay. Now I need a little bit of an introduction on that. I'm now shifting. I'm not boxing, I'm not boxing this way anymore. I'm boxing this way. And I think I've had it over here, so you haven't been able to watch. So I've taken, let me go back and I'll show you on the screen. So this is the 3rd paragraph. I'm taking this first sentence out. And I need something that will kind of introduce the fact that I'm now going to present the business owner's side. So this could be something as simple as on the other hand, right? That's showing that shift. On the other hand, another point of view, something like that. That's that transition. So let's go back. And let's add that. So on the other hand, comma, some business owners might think, they are going to think, they do think it is unhealthy to have certain animals in public. This is from source 3. See, we even get to keep the same thing there. They believe that some animals are not as clean as others. Period. Okay? Now, I've presented the other side. You can go on a little bit more if you like, but you don't necessarily have to. You're just presenting their other side, that this is why they've done this. But now, okay, whoa, I got dizzy. Woohoo! So the first 2 paragraphs, you presented your side. You kind of like that, right? And then you gave, on the other hand, this is the other fighter, the other boxer, and he's giving you a couple punches back. So he says, some animals are not very clean and are messy, and it's not good. Right? So we should keep the laws. So maybe we ought to put something in there about the laws. What do you think? So let's see. They believe that some animals are not as clean as others. As a result, they fought to have laws put in place to restrict and we can say it like this: messy, and that's just, no, I don't like that, because then they'll get it. How about to restrict unhealthy animals? And that's also from 3. Now, that's fine. That is sufficient. So let me see. So you can see it. So we just added this part right here. And that just kind of adds a little bit more that, hey, there's a law that's now in place. They fought to get this law put in place. That's their side. But let's go here. You can either continue with the same paragraph, or you can make it another paragraph. And I think I'm going to make it another paragraph. I want people to really see that this is not right. But this argument makes no sense. It is very common for small dogs to be seen wearing diapers. Even monkeys wear diapers to help keep things clean. People could even put their service animals in small carrying purses or bags. It would not be hard to keep things clean. Therefore, now you see how we just took the persuasive, we just actually it's like a second argument against the boxer. So the boxer goes, boom. The animals are dirty. Boom. And that's their side. And you showed that side. So now you come back. You have to respond. You have to answer that response. You go, yeah, well, take this. Boom, boom. And you give them back the actual facts. The facts is that the argument is pretty weak. It's pretty sick because we take care of animals, all kinds of animals, with diapers and bags and carrying cases and things like that. Even if you go on an airplane, you'll see animals put in different kinds of carrying cases to help keep things nice and neat. So it's not difficult to do. So says your paper. So now you just rub it. Therefore, it is unfair and wrong to limit people to only certain kinds of service animals in public. Each person has unique needs and requires a unique animal. Not everyone fits in the same mold. The new law should be removed. You've made your point again, but you see how you've put in a more lengthy other side, other perspective. You see that right there? It's that other side that you've put in. That's what makes it an argumentative paper. There's other things that you can do, but I think if you left it pretty much like this, you would have an okay paper. This would be sufficient and very nice for anyone from 3rd grade all the way up through probably 8th grade. 11th graders, you got to play with that thesis statement. You got to play with that spine just a little bit more. But you should be okay with what you got. So that didn't take too much long just to switch it up and change it from persuasive to argumentative. What's the difference? Persuasive, you present one side for the most part. You're arguing your point. The argumentative paper, you need to present both sides of the argument. Okay? And when you present the other side, the side you're not for, the side that you're against, when you present it, you do it with fairness, good evidence, and then you have to rebut it. It's what it's called. You have to argue again and say, nope, that's wrong. That's not a good argument. Okay? But again, now you have it all back to an argumentative paper, and you're good to go. That's it. That is all that is. There's nothing left to a persuasive or argumentative. Now you know informative, persuasive, and argumentative. You're ready to rock this thing. You're ready to take on and conquer this test. So do me a favor. Do me a favor. When you finish the test, send me an email and tell me, did this help you? Did it make you feel more comfortable? You got a good mindset? Are you ready to rock and roll? You ready to conquer this test? Let me know, okay? And we will see you on the other side of testing week. Have fun.